Hello, and thank you for calling our French cuisine hotline. How can I help you today? Oh, you'd like some help with culinary skills. Of course, darling. Every household needs culinary skills. You'd have to be a really good housewife to be able to do this. I can teach you every step. Would you be so kind as to tell me your name? Of course, darling. Hello. It's nice to meet you. I'm Floral. Yes, very. Thank you for calling. Now, please, we must make haste, for you have to learn every skill I'm going to teach you. Now, the first thing that we have to do is saute. Yes, now get a match and strike it, and listen to the crisp sounds of the fire. Listen very carefully to the sizzle. Now, we must saute. Sauteing comes from the French word sauter, which means to jump. Now, the food will jump in the pan. Quick, quick movements. Yes, that's right. Make sure the pan is on high heat. Stir in circular motions. Stir, stir, stir. Now, next, we have to braise. We sear the meat in the pan. You're going to hear some sizzling again. Then you add liquid. You add liquid. And then we wait. Are you following? Yes, darling. Take a deep breath. I know this is a lot of work. Then you place the lid on top of the pan, slow and low, transforming tough into tender, transforming tough into tender. Now, poaching is even gentler. We'll learn to poach. The water barely moves. The water barely moves. 160 to 180 degrees. No bubbles. Just gentle heat. Very, very peaceful. This is how you poach. Now, blanching. Blanching is drama. When we blanch, the water is boiling. The water is boiling. come to lighten, and then they become brightened with this ice bath. Isn't it wonderful? Next, we're going to confit. Do you know what that is? Confit, 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 confit. Confit. We're going to preserve the food through fat. We're preserving the food through fat. Are you listening? Yes. Now, we're going to use duck legs for this. So please, please, be gentle. Duck legs are very, very good for confit. Oh, darling, of course, your husband is going to love this food once you're done. Now we're going to submerge the duck fat. We have duck fat for the duck legs. Okay? And I think we should add some salt. Let's add some salt. Once we submerge the duck in the duck fat with salt, we leave it there for hours and hours and hours. Yes, darling. Your husband is gonna love that pink duck leg skin. Now, our next step is flambe. To flambe, we have to add spirits. No, not the ghostly kind. We'll have to add spirits, and we're going to strike a match to ignite. Careful, beautiful, very soft, crackling sounds. Yeah. Yes. Next, we're going to grate some cheese. Yes. And we're going to gratinate. We're going to gratinate. It means to brown the top. Yes, darling. We're going to brown the top, creating a golden crust. It's going to be so good. Now your next part. Brace yourself. Your next part is the mother sauces. Slowly but surely, our 5 mother sauces. The first one is bechamel. Bechamel. It's like whispering a secret. With equal parts butter and flour. Round and round. With a spoon. Making a roux. Make the roux. And then pour gradually some gentle milk. No lumps. See, no lumps as you stir. It's just silky smooth. The next one will be velouté. Very velvety. We use stock for this sauce instead of milk. We use stock for this sauce instead of milk. Are you taking notes, darling? Now, stir, stir, stir with a whisk. Stir with a whisk. Smooth, refined. Our next sauce, are you ready? Is español. 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 The brown sauce. We cook our roux. Do you remember how we made it? Do you remember how we made our roux? We cook our roux longer, darker, very slowly. We use brown stock, tomato, aromatics, hours of patience. This takes hours of patience. Stir, stir, stir. Now our next sauce is Hollandaise. Hollandaise. The emulsion. A very passionate display of egg yolks. Golden and rich. Whisking, 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 whisking. I love Hollandaise. Only the yolks, don't forget. Over gentle heat, whisk constantly, drop by drop. Building emulsion. You have a drop of lemon. Emulsify eggs and butter, eggs and butter, eggs and butter, and a drop of lemon. Melt, 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 drip, 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 drip the butter onto your emulsion and a drop of lemon. Perfection. Are you happy? Then a sauce tomate. Sauce tomate. The French way, of course. This is our last sauce. This is not Italian. It's very refined French. Build layers of flavor with herbs and tomato. Cut the tomatoes and stir them in a pot. Stir them in a pot. Stir them in a pot. Building layers of flavor. Now, after we're done with this passionate affair of sauces, I'm going to teach you knife cuts. Yes, of course, darling. Yes, of course. I need you to sharpen your skills, because now we're going to be julienning. The first one is to julienne. Julienne, julienne, julienne. We're going to place our carrot on a cutting board, darling. Place the carrot on a cutting board. Get a matchstick. Place it next to it. I'm going to need you to cut that carrot the size of your matchstick. Very thin and precise. Thin and precise. Thin and precise. 1/8 of an inch by 1/8 by 2 inches. I'm going to need you to brunoise, 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 brunoise. Even tinier, very fast, precise cuts, light and quick. Tap, 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 tap. Then tiny, perfect cubes. I'm going to need you to make tiny, perfect cubes. Now, after all of that, I need you to scrape the vegetables into a bowl. Put them all in a bowl. And I need you to get your carrot, your onion, and your celery, because we're going to make mirepoix, 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 mirepoix. 2 parts onion, chop, 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 chop. 1 part carrot and 1 part celery. We're going to be making mirepoix. With this mirepoix, this will be the foundation. This will be the foundation for a chiffonette, chiffonette, chiffonette. The foundation for stock is a chiffonette, a ribbon of herbs, ribbon of herbs. I need you to roll them very tightly, like a cigar, into a cheesecloth. Very, very beautiful ribbons. We're going to make stock with that. Remember the duck leg? Well, we're going to use chicken bones this time. Chicken bones slightly, 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 slightly roasted. Slightly, slightly, slightly roasted. Of course, darling, of course. I would never lead you astray. This is how you make stock. You'll need a bay leaf in your ribbon. Now, I'm going to need you to remember these next words. We're going to read our menu together. Yes, darling. I'm going to read the menu. Yes. Hors d'oeuvres, hors d'oeuvres, hors d'oeuvres. Hors d'oeuvres are small bites. Hors d'oeuvres are small bites. Little bites. Yes. Hors d'oeuvres, hors d'oeuvres, hors d'oeuvres. Then we're going to get some amuse bouche, amuse bouche. This is a tiny garnish on a small spoon. It's a gift from the chef. Then we're going to have an entree, 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 entree. Of course, in America, this is the main course. In America, this is the main course. Confusing, isn't it? But you know, slow and deliberate, slow and deliberate. Everything, it's in its place. Before we begin, we prepare everything. means to order individually, darling. One by one you choose. Now, in our menu, we have prefix, 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 prefix. This is a fixed price. A fixed price. This is a complete experience. This is a complete experience, darling. Chosen by you. You can do this from anywhere. Of course, darling. Now, I'm going to need you to learn some preparations. Like en papillote, en papillote, en papillote, en papillote. I would like you to place fish in parchment paper, folding the edges repetitively, satisfying the fold by fold, and then we're going to steam this fish inside our parchment in its own little packet. Yes. Now, if you'd like your fish in liquid, we're going to do au jus. Au jus. This is with juice inside. The natural juices from roasting. The natural juices from roasting are simple and pure. My mouth is watering. Yes, yes, darling. Yes. Next is beurre blanc. Beurre blanc. This is cooked in white butter, wine. Reduction. We will reduce the wine, and we will cut the cold butter, and we will whisk. Yes, we will whisk that rapidly, constantly, building an emulsion, and that will turn into a silky, very, very luxurious, very, very luxurious emulsion. Yes, darling. Are you happy now? Do you like that? Now, one of our last things, we will be caramelizing. Okay, I would like you to caramelize. I want you to heat some sugar in a pan. It will start to crystallize. Watch it carefully. It will turn from amber to gold. Very rich, very deep, very, very sweet. This will be caramelization. Caramelization. There's a lot of things in our menu that we can create together. And I know you don't have a lot of time because your husband will come and you won't have time to plate by the time you're done with this very, very romantic affair in your kitchen with your dishes and your pots. Now, what we're going to do is plate. I'm going to teach you how to plate. I need you to place the element in each plate clean edges, and a final garnish, some lemon zest. Of course, darling, yes. You've learned so much today. Yes, you have. I need you to practice all of these techniques so you can become a culinary master. You did beautifully. You did beautifully. You did beautifully. Now I want you to mise en place. 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 Everything in its place. And bon appetit. Bon appetit, my sweet. And I'll talk to you soon. I hope you remember everything I taught you. And I hope you have a wonderful